be ignited in this current year, and then we are seeing other activities that will be coming around as well. So we'll see how all of these will pan out. These are just updates from what is happening within all of these sporting federations in Nigeria, and we're very particular about grassroots sport development over here. Nigeria 6 World Relay tickets, and this is very crucial now. The Athletic Federation of Nigeria is making plans to use the Calabar and Jos legs of the MTN Champs Season 4 to seek qualification for the year's World Relay in Botswana. Botswana will host the event from Saturday, May the 2nd to Sunday, May the 3rd, with qualification window open until April the 5th, 2026. Season 4 of MTN Champs will begin in Calabar with Athletics Classic from March the 7th, followed March the 5th to the 7th, followed by a continental relay in Jos from March 26th to 28th, before the grand finale in Ibadan from April 15th to the 18th. During the launch of the season last week, the organizers making of the champs revealed that the meet in Calabar and Jos will play a crucial role in Nigerians' qualification. President of the Athletic Federation of Nigeria, Tokubo Okowa, also acknowledged the competition's impact on Nigerian athletes. The 2026 World Relays will feature 6 events: the women's 4 by 100 meters and 4 by 400 meters relay, the men's 4 by 100 meters and 4 by 400 meters relays as well, and the mixed 4 by 100 meters and 4 by 400 meters relay as well. The top 8 teams in each relay event at the World Athletic Championship Tokyo 2025 have secured their spot for Gabon. The remaining place will be filled via world ranking top list, with host nation Botswana automatically entered in all events. A maximum of 24 teams will compete in each event. In the mixed by 4 by 100 meters, all 24 teams will be selected from the top list. In addition to the competing for World Relays title, teams will also be racing to secure qualification for the 2026 World Athletic Ultimate Championship in Budapest and 2027 World Athletics Championship in Beijing. So a lot of things are happening, and then from 2027, our qualifications for the World Cup would be, for the Olympics, LA Olympics 2028 will be ongoing, and will start. Actually, that has started already, but now what Nigeria and the Athletic Federation of Nigeria is paying its focus on now is advancing to Botswana first, and then after Botswana, then they will now work towards, advancing to other events that will be happening in Budapest and also getting to the Olympics. So athletes currently in Nigeria are camped at the Asaba Stadium, and then that is where they are being prepared and being trained mentally. Each coaching sections, each department has its own coaching department as well. Each athlete has their own coaching department, those running the track and field, those for long jump and other sporting activities have all of their coaches in camp with them, training them. This is just ahead of the Niger Delta Games that will be coming up in the month of February, which is around the corner. And then we'll also hope to see that this trajectory continues with the preparation of this athletes, as we tend to see. So we'll see how all of this pans out as athletes are getting themselves ready to, clinch, get to podium finishes in Botswana, and also take their talents and make Nigeria proud in other international events that will be coming up later in the year. So moving away from athleticism, let's talk football quickly. At Senegal, coach hails Falconet's strength in World Cup qualifiers defeat. Senegal's under-20 women's head coach Thiam has submitted her side were outclassed by a more mature Nigerian Falconet after their 3-1 aggregate defeat in the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifier. Nigeria sealed her progression with a 2-1 away victory in Senegal over the weekend, ensuring a comfortable aggregate win over the 2 legs. The result maintains the Falconets' perfect record of qualifying for every edition of the tournament since its inception in 2002. Speaking after the tie, Ty acknowledged that her team her players had anticipated a steam challenge against the side renowned for its pedigree in youth and senior competition. Taham suggested that Nigerians' experience proved decisive, particularly in key moments across both matches. She pointed to her team's vulnerability from dead ball situations as a crucial factor, revealing that Senegal conceded 3 goals from corners and free kicks over the 2 legs. Nigeria will now face Malawi in the next round, with winner of the 2-legged tie securing a place at the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Poland. So the the Falconets are looking very good, and we'll see how this trajectory will continue for them, because this matchup will be seeing it come up in the month of March, and also it's going to be a decider to know if the Falconets would get to World Cup or not. But currently they are looking very good. They haven't been in this position in the longest, and then there's a renewed focus for the team and a renewed focus for the coaching crew to perform better and advance to the World Cup stage that will be coming up later in the year. That will be happening, I think, in the month of September. That's when the Under-20 World Cup will be happening. So World Cup, it's around the corner, and Nigerians wait continuously as FIFA delays DR Congo verdict. Fingers are crossed, and the World Football governing body, FIFA, is yet to deliver the verdict on the petition submitted by the Nigerian Football Federation, alleging that Democratic Republic of Congo field ineligible players during last November's 2026 World Cup African playoffs. Nigeria were kept on edge because we expected the result yesterday in anticipation of the ruling, as the intercontinental playoffs are scheduled to take place from March 26th to the 31st in Mexico. The Super Eagles missed out on an automatic qualification during the qualifying series last year, but advanced to African playoffs, where they were eventually beaten by Democratic Republic of Congo on penalties. Several unconfirmed reports circulated on Monday regarding the team's fate, but NFF President Ibrahim Gusau says the federation was still awaiting communication from FIFA. So far, FIFA hasn't taken a decision yet, and two nations hang in the balance of whether they will be going to the World Cup or not. That's talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Democratic Republic of Congo. It was being said by the NFF that Democratic Republic of Congo fielded 5 ineligible players, meaning those players were not from the Democratic Republic of Congo until the playoffs time. They just got nationalized and immediately they got fielded. And then that is not part of the CAF ruling out. CAF regulations based on what the NFF is saying. But now this petition has been filed and investigations are ongoing, and we will see what the results will be as NFF is ready to, carry on, and also, rather, the FIFA is ready to carry on and look at investigate properly before giving the final verdict. But from the look of things, a lot of Nigerians are not even hoping that the Super Eagles would, advance, because a whole lot of administrative issues happened which affected the Super Eagles, the outing, and also we had some concerns to challenges that has to do with the coaching crew, and also some injury concerns. All of those factors, played out when the Super Eagles were trying to advance and qualify for the World Cup. But the Super Eagles of Nigeria didn't start off their qualification run for the World Cup on a very good note, and that is one of the reasons why this team is currently suffering and hoping for a miracle to happen so as they can qualify for the World Cup. But still talking World Cup qualification now and preparation, Super Eagles to face Jordan in the month of March for a friendly. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will take on Jordan in an international friendly during the March FIFA national team window. According to reports, the match is scheduled to take place in Amman, Jordan's capital, between March 23rd and 31st, with both federations having reached 4 having reached an agreement for the feature. Jordan will use the encounter as part of preparation for their maiden appearance at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Middle East nation has been drawn in a tough group with African oppositions, including Algeria, making a test against Nigeria, and ideal warm-up ahead of the global tournament. From the Super Eagles, the friendly offers head coach Alex Che a timely opportunity to assess new and emerging players while rebuilding his squad following their failure to qualify to the World Cup through the African playoffs. Nigerians' World Cup hopes ended after a penalty shootout defeat to DR Congo in the African qualifying playoffs held in Morocco. However, the Nigerian Football Federation lodged a formal protest with FIFA in December, alleging that DR Congo failed eligible players during the tie. A ruling is expected in the coming days, and should the decision favor Nigeria, the Super Eagles could still be drafted into the Interconfederation playoffs scheduled for next month in Morocco. So, like I said earlier, fingers are still crossed, and Nigeria and Super Eagles are just watching. Football fans all over the world are still watching. And after the African Cup of All Nations, though Nigeria lost in the semi-finals, but now people are saying, football analysts, pundits have been arguing that if Nigeria doesn't go for the World Cup, Nigeria didn't miss the World Cup, but the world misses Nigeria based on the fact that the stars that the Super Eagles have will not be seen playing at the World Cup. But on the other note now, most of these players are very young, and if they don't get to qualify for this World Cup and go to play this World, they might not have the chance to play in the World Cup again. So looking at their age, they might be on their way out of talking retirement, or taking retirement, and then that is, or probably younger guys will come into the squad and then they will be dropped, and then they will not be able to advance and go for the World Cup based on the age of these individuals. But those results from FIFA is going to be very, very vital to what would happen if they would go or not, or if the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be going or not, or if Democratic Republic of Congo will go. But at the end of the day, we will see what happens if that would happen. Probably there might be a match fixing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Congo for them to log it all out, or points will be deducted and, they will just advance. But whichever one it will be, at the end of the day, the whole world trusts FIFA to make a right decision. So moving on now, let's talk about the Super Eagles coach Eric Chill eyes foreign Eagles to strengthen Nigerian team. Super Eagles head coach Eric Chill is targeting foreign-born players to strengthen Nigerian squad following growing interest from dual nationality stars eligible to represent the country. The Malian tactician has already secured commitments from defender Felix Ago and Ryan Abosi, as well as Wrexham goalkeeper Otto Okoronkwo, and is reportedly in talks with 5 other eligible players. According to recent reports, Rangers defender Emmanuel Fernandez has also pledged his international future to Nigeria, becoming the latest foreign-born player to commit to the Super Eagles. Fernandez, who is 24, was born in London to parents of Nigerian descent and has been a revelation in the Scottish League this season. The centre-back has scored 4 goals from 17 games and won Rangers Player of the Month award for the month of January. He was reportedly close to join German Bundesliga side Borussia Dortmund in January transfer window, and is expected to be part of Eric Chille's plan for March. He is part of Chile's plan for the March international window friendlies that we will be seeing. So all of our players that are playing abroad, please. I think we saw Arthur Okoronkwo pledging nationality, and he was very vocal about it and wanting to come play for the Super Eagles. We're just hoping to see that Eric Chill will be able to get all of these players, invite them, and then, bluster and then strengthen what we have. We have a very strong team. The Super Eagles of Nigeria has a very, very strong team, arguably one of the best teams in Africa as it stands now. but having additional players as well who are also good, getting into their prime. Come on, Emmanuel Fernandez is just 24. So those are the kind of players we need that can, play longer, gain more experience, and while they are getting into their prime, they are also representing Nigeria, and Nigeria would go back and actually play in the African Cup of All Nations and win this time, not playing amazingly and then getting crashed or almost at the final line. But we'll see how all of these pans out. But all of these players coming in now, it's looking like it looks good for Team Super Eagles and it looks good for Eric. But now, still talking Eric, Marcel president keen on Eric as their new coach. Now, if you all remember, during the African Cup of All Nations, Eric Chil was vocal and he says that his dream is to coach Real Madrid. That means he's open to coaching any team in Europe. So Olympique Marseille has reached out. The president, Pablo, is strongly interested in appointing Super Eagles coach Eric as the French club's new manager. Marseille chief is considering to offer Chil a 4-month contract with a performance-based clause for a 1-year extension should the Francophone Malian win the Copa del Rey and secure third place in Ligue 1. According to French reports, Chio has taken a bold step by officially applying for the vacant manager's job at Marseille, making personal contact with the president to present himself as the right man to lead the French giant. Marseille is searching for a new boss after the exit of Robert Desailly, with recent favourite Habib Bayer no longer expected to take the role after talks broke down. So a lot of Nigerians are currently not happy with this report because they've seen that, Eric Chil is someone that can actually take Nigeria, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, to glory, to stardom. Though we are stars already, we are at that peak already, so they need a world-class coach who can do that. And so far, so good. We've seen how well Eric has been able to manage the players and manage the team, and Nigerians are happy with his results. So far, with everything that he has been able to accomplish with Super Eagles, a lot of Nigerians are happy because the questions that were asked when he came was, who is this man? Where is he coming from? What team has he coached? Has he won games? Has he won trophies? So he has come and then he has shown that he has what it takes to be the coach of the Super Eagles, and then he proved that, and he took the Super Eagles all the way deep into the African Cup of All Nations semi-finals. But what was highly needed was the win because of the fact that the Super Eagles of Nigeria did not qualify. But still, there were some other factors that played, which we all saw during the African Cup of All Nations, that a lot of persons thought that was the main reason why the Super Eagles of Nigeria did not qualify. They almost pointed fingers at some players, but at the end of the day, football, and it happened that the Super Eagles of Nigeria didn't make it all through. So moving away from home football and the Super Eagles, Crystal Palace asked Uche from Conference League squad. Christos Uche has actually suffered a lot this season. Crystal Palace have removed Super Eagles attacking midfielder Christos Uche from their UEFA Conference League squad to accommodate new signings. Brian Johnson, Jordan Stein, Lessan, and Evan Grisend. The decision comes as the Eagles advance into the next round of the Conference League, and we are required to name a squad for the upcoming feature in the compliance. In compliance with strict registration rules, Palace were also permitted to name a 24-man squad due to having just 3 clubs training players, leaving manager Olive Carswell with limited option. Uche has struggled for game time at Stillhart Park this season through the Conference League and had been his primary outlet. The 22-year-old has played 174 minutes in Europe from 4 games, comparing to just 155 minutes in the Premier League from 12 substitute appearances. Uche has been suffering a backlash since this season, and this drop now is something that we were not expecting, and we'll just see how it will pan out, if he's going to be moving up as a free agent or he will be loaned somewhere or traded somewhere. But now the transfer and the transfer window has been closed, but we will see what will happen in the summer transfer windows, if he might be coming up from bench or something would happen. But currently he is not part of the squad. So moving away from that, let's talk La Liga as Barca suffered title defense blow in Girona derby defeat. Spanish champions Barcelona fell to a damaging 2-1 defeat at Girona to level them trailing Real Madrid by 2 points at the top of the La Liga table. Los Blocos beat Real Sociedad on Saturday to overtake the Catalans, and Hansi Flick's side could not defeat Girona in an gripping derby clash to reclaim the lead. The teenagers star Lamine Yamal missed a penalty for Barcelona, who took the lead through defender Paul Gasperis just before the hour mark. However, goals from Thomas Lama and Fortan Tarrant helped Girona 12th mount at the impressive comeback. So looking at it, it was a very intense game. Red card was shown, and a lot of activity, a lot actually happened. Emotions got really, really high, and it's just something we'll get to see. That is something we always see in the world of football. So currently and quickly now, we are going to bring you the highlights of the game between Girona and Barcelona, and also we also have other highlights from the actions we saw over the weekend, where Real Madrid was also victorious, winning 4-0, and PSG as well. But for now, let's start off with that of Barcelona and Girona as